Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to Congregation Beth Israel in Houston, Texas. We're glad that you've joined us on this Shabbat. Shabbat is our day of rest and joy that allows us to create a separation from all that may have occurred during the week. May our prayers, words, and songs help to elevate your soul and bring you comfort, strength, and peace on this day. Please enjoy our service.
Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos to each of you, as today is Go Texan Day. If you wore your boots or your hat, you're very welcome. But if you're looking for chili or barbecue, you're definitely in the wrong place tonight. But as we take our places in the Gordon Chapel, we set aside what has surely been a busy week for everybody. And as our doors are warmly open to all, it's also refreshing to separate ourselves from the news cycle and appreciate what our Judaism calls on us to do and to be. So tonight I thought we would open our prayer book and begin together at the bottom of page 6, as we make clear to ourselves and to those who are near us what this congregation is for us and those who join us here. And let's read responsively. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen. And now we welcome each other with the music that Rabbi Scott will share with us so beautifully. We sing Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you, to all of us. The words can be found on page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Toachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Teidchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
As peace enters our lives and our hearts on this Shabbat, we turn our attention to the Sabbath lights that we ask Rabbi Scott to lead us in blessing. We can join her on page 2 and 3.
On page 3, we read together, "As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light."
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
We continue on page 28 as we rise now for our call to worship Baruch Hu. Together, praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'aravim. Page 33, together. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Eshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'aderech, uv'shochbecha, uv'kumecha, ukshartam lehot al yadecha, v'hayu letotavot, vein einecha, uchtavtam, Amezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman nizkero asitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim leelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher otzeiti etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem, le'elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem.
Page 37, together. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. Page 39, responsively. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot.
That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness.
That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Oh Emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugealo miyad chazak mimeno Baruch Atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim, Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapore sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
Hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha'shabbat lasot et ha'shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש Shabbat vayinafesh v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם.
Together in the middle of the page, the people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. We continue on page 46 and 48 as we rise for tefillah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor VaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
Page 51, responsively. We pray that we might know before whom we stand, the power whose gift is life, who quickens those who've forgotten how to live.
We pray for the winds to disperse the choking air of sadness, for cleansing rains to make parched hopes flower, and to give all of us the strength to rise up toward the sun.
We pray for love to encompass us, for no other reason save that we are human, for love through which we may all blossom into persons who have gained power over our own lives.
We pray to stand upright, we fallen, to be healed, we sufferers. We pray to break the bonds that keep us from the world of beauty. We pray for opened eyes, we who are blind to our own authentic selves.
We pray that we may walk in the garden of a purposeful life, our own powers in touch with the power of the world.
Praise be the God whose gift is life, whose cleansing rains let parched men and women flower toward the sun.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, kadoshim b'chol yom yihalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Page 55, together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle to find rest on this day, may all who suffer find solace. May all who are hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. As we turn the page, we look to our prayer called Modim, a prayer of gratitude. On Shabbat, we give thanks to God for all the gifts in our life. And I know that while some have celebrated this week, others have mourned. And yet, as we enter into this prayer, we find in God's presence many varied reasons to be grateful for all that we have been given and to all that we have. Let's read at the top of page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha ne'er lahadot. Page 61, our prayer for peace. Together, grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. Make contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael, b'ashalom.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Me'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Ta'asim Le'olam. Ki ata Melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata Melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Ta'asim Le'olam. B'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. B'chol leit ub'chol shah, b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Ta'asim Le'olam. Ta'asim Le'olam.
We take a moment for silent prayer.
Ratzon imrefi, Yehud Ratzon imrefi, Begyon libi lefanecha, Adonai tzuri vegoali. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Oh, say shalom imromah,
beautiful music, meaningful prayers help us feel what we've come here to feel, greater wholeness and greater peace. And so tonight, as we prepare to share on Misha Berach, a prayer for health and healing, we extend what we have come to know to those who also need to know it, healing of body and mind and spirit. Especially this night, we are thinking of Susan Pye, Jeffrey Feinstein, Rena Rauch, Arthur Hamburger, Donald Podoloff, Rebecca Risch, Morris Zucker. For them and for all who are dear to us, we'll find the words from Misha Berach on the back side of our Friday night guide. Please join us.
Misha Berach Avoteinu, Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Misha Berach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. Blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your home. Understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
As we near the end of the book of Exodus, we anticipate with great anticipation the conclusion of the building of the Ark of the Covenant. And we learn there that the Ark of the Covenant is overlaid with gold, not only in the outside, but also the inside. And we can only imagine by all the details that are described in the Torah that it was a magnificent sight. But the rabbis were right, and so would we be if we asked the question, why is it overlaid and made beautiful on the outside as much as it is on the inside? Because once the Ark of the Covenant is closed and sealed, we'll never open and look inside it again. Couldn't we go a little less on the inside? A little discounted features for the long term? But no, everything had to be right on the inside as it was on the outside. And so it's become a bit of a metaphor for us, how we adorn ourselves and prepare ourselves as Jews to enter the world and to be and do all that we are called to do and to be. To adorn ourselves properly on the outside as well as the inside. It's a matter of majesty versus humility. And sometimes we get it right. Tonight, I'll discuss a bit about how we get it wrong. So the question we ask first is, when is majesty welcome? The Kotzker Rebbe asked and explained a long time ago that there are times when a leader must display majesty in order that the rank and file of the people may have the proper respect for him. You can imagine a king, a ruler, a head of a community might wear such clothing to represent that community in proper places, and those who are a member of his or her community take great pride in watching their leader take his or her proper place. The seeming pride, however, must be like an outer garment, and not for a moment, we're taught, must it subdue the humility of the innermost heart. It's something we wear. It isn't something always that we are. And we learn this from Psalm 93, where we're taught, the Lord reigns, God is clothed in majesty. And from this we learn that pride has its place only on the outside, but never within. But what about humility? How far does it go? How far do we humble ourselves And is there a risk? A Hasidic rabbi taught, there is a true and a false humility. The falsely humble believe themselves and all others to be unworthy. They sit low. They consider themselves to be unworthy of anything at all. And our tradition teaches us that it isn't proper to be completely humble and to consider all other human beings to be humble too. Sometimes we need a little majesty, even a little ego, to rise up and accomplish the task that we are uniquely called to do. In all sincerity, I can tell you that I am not an ego-driven person. But standing here or on the high holy days before 2,000 people, a little majesty, a little ego is what brings us up to feel qualified and capable of speaking on something important to us. We humble ourselves immediately afterwards, I assure you. However, the Hasidic rabbi also teaches that those who sit in such an unworthy place are worse than the ones who believe themselves and all others to be worthy. An ego, even overwrought, can be humbled, but it's difficult to lift one up from a low place. The truly humble feel sure that they are unworthy, but that everybody else is worthier than themselves. So if we feel sometimes that we are unworthy and everybody else is better than we're getting the right balance between majesty and humility. About this, a parable is told. A tree rich in fruits is dragged to the earth by its fruits, and its branches hang downward. You can imagine the picture. An apple tree, for example, in the fall is bursting with fruit and it's hanging heavily on its branches drooping, perhaps even to the ground itself. And so we, full of fruit, full of mitzvot, full of the deeds that we perform, we are grounded with humility because we are filled with the deeds that we are called to do. We're only being the best that we can be by virtue of God's teachings in Torah that we take to heart. But a branch that is barren and withered stands upright without bending. Without fruit, we stand straight and unbending without anything to show for it. Haughtiness and pride do follow. Such a powerful image. To imagine this tree standing so straight, we might be confused by its image. But if it has no fruit and has nothing to demonstrate or prove, then it's really standing for no good reason. I'll give you a couple of examples. I've met many people over the years. I met a very highly successful person beyond measure who is always attracted to other people. People in the community look to him constantly for philanthropic gifts, for ways to be near him, to have pictures taken with him. But sometimes when his family calls, he is so driven, so taken by the attention that others have for him in the community that he sometimes fails to remember where the heart and soul of his own life really begins and continues. And one day I had a conversation with this man, and he begged for some relief from all the people who come and attach themselves to him. And what I helped him understand that he has so much fruit that he has created hanging on his branches, but rather than see it as something that everybody can come and take as they deplete him of all of his nourishment, let the branches hang, let them drag on the ground to remind himself of the humble person he truly is, the humble person who's bursting to escape and to be found again and enjoyed by his family. In contrast, I've also met some young professionals. We'll call them millennials. I'm not going to blanket all millennials, but there are those, and I remember one in particular, a young man who entered my office wearing the finest suit you could wear. He sat in my chair in my office and looked around, judging and gauging what I had, mostly books. And he said, "All right, Rabbi, I want to tell you all about myself." I knew it would take a little longer than I had planned. And he shared with me everything that he had done, everything that he had achieved. And he told me that even as the market keeps going up, he is going to continue to fly high with it. I said, you know, I only have an undergraduate degree in business administration with a major in finance, but I remember learning that what goes up must come down, and that markets do fluctuate. He said, no, Rabbi, I'm flying high. Everything is always going to be well. That majestic personality, a person who can only look at the bottom line, but not the fruits that he created, not the deeds that he had done, was a tree standing straight and for no good reason. How do we find our balance? The Baal Shem Tov taught, a king was told that a man of humility is endowed with long life, something we all want, something we crave, and surely a majestic king would want it for himself. So the king attired himself in old garments, you can only imagine. He took up his residence in a small hut and forbade anyone to show reverence before him. But when he honestly examined himself, the king found himself to be prouder of his seeming humility than ever before, proud of his majestic position and now proud of his humility. So a wise person remarked to him, dress like a king, live like a king, allow the people to show due respect to you, but be humble in your innermost heart. I think that's the point. Live the lives that you have. I'll live the life that I have. Don't apologize for what you've earned. Don't apologize for what you give and what you do. Be the person that you are, but be humble in your innermost heart. Be grateful for what you've been given. Be grateful even when it is gone, because while you had it, it was a source of joy and meaning to you. The memories of it too endure. So let us aim to adorn ourselves in gold on the outside as well as the inside, as a reflection of our ability to bear witness to Torah and its teachings. And having done them, we have many reasons to feel very worthy, and at the same time to feel quite humbled by all the more that we can continue to do and to be. Torah is our guide, ultimately, and we have been taught, Eitz Chaim hi l'machazikim ba. It is indeed a tree of life to them that hold fast to it. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths lead us, ultimately, to peace. Amen. In our prayer book now, we'll turn to the bottom of page 282 and 287 as we rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tet gdula le'otzeh b'reishin, shelo asanu ki goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, v'kor aleinu kechol amonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo u'shemo echad.
Page 289. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows. It is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We take this time now to call to heart and mind our dear ones who departed this earth and enter the peace of life eternal. And as we call these names aloud, in the Gordon Chapel, it's our custom to rise in your place, if you wish, as we honor their memory. And we remember Mara Greenberg. We add the names of those the anniversary of whose death is observed this Shabbat: Eva Hamori, John Scott, H. Jack Fleischman, Richard Fox, Donald Fraser, Sam Glickenhaus, Grace Grenader, Joseph Hill, Carolyn Kapner, Dorothy Cosberg, Leo Kosowski, Herman Kretzer, Jean Lasher, Molly Levis, Grace Lewis, Helen Sandhouse, Mildred Spirer, Jake Blenn, Jeanette Dannenbaum, Robert Evans, Elizabeth Fraser, J.A. Gaber, Yankel Goldstein, Edith Hamer, Louis Josephson, Jack Craker, Carol Levine, Robert Marnoy, Elaine Palmer, Sig Shiner, Richard John Werner, Irving Weisberg, Verdon Anwinter, Larry Aaron, Donna Aronstein, Manuel Berry, Christopher Kurlop, Alan Derbyshire, Hiram Duffy, Bessie Gover, Gladys Harris, Louis Leon, Hilda Levine, Carol Marnoy, Abel Schwartz, Rosalie Schwartz, Brenda Spira, Bertha Wessler, Jacob Weiser, Harris Whittles, Susan Sudi Zane, Bertha Brockstein, Martha Bryant, Kenneth Fleece, Charles Haskell, Julian Hurwitz, Edwin Larendon, Audrey Levy, Ruth Manns, Esther Mazvinsky, Peslaya Milikovsky, Joseph Shakin, Keith Webb, Robert Diamond, Ellen Fallick, Maurice Gerson, Betty Gordon, Ethel Hamburger, Sophie Kaplan, Abraham Karff, Justin Kessler, Alfred Lasher Jr., Lillian Rabinowitz, Marion Strug, Louise Weinstein, Joe Cohen, Evan Davis, Ann Deitzer, Randolph Fields, Ruth Fogel, Max Kay, Jeffrey Lerner, Molly Nelson, Sylvia Neefield, Albert Pachter, Sam Proler, Max Rabinowitz, Dover Roth, William Slotnick, Elvira Wisniak, Dorothy Young, Maurice Davidoff, Israel Goldstein, Fida Gordon, Alfred Lester, Sam Mintz, Ruth Monfort, Eleanor Squires, Bernice Weingarten. In their memory and in their honor, let us rise as a congregation as we join in reciting the words of Kaddish, page 294. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrachu te v'amlich malchute, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael, bagalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vidadar vitale vitalal shmed gudisha brichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiram bi'ama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn and comfort to all the bereaved among us, as together we say, Amen. As we have dealt with death as part of life, we turn our attention to Kiddush so that we may sanctify the Sabbath day with the sweetness of the wine as we give thanks to God for all the gifts of our life. Rabbi Scott will lead us, and we can join her on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam mitzvotav beratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah levikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Neil Wiesel, and I have the privilege of serving as treasurer of Beth Israel's Board of Trustees. Cantor Trumpeter is currently celebrating Shabbat at home, and Rabbi Foster is leading our family Shabbat service in Levitt Hall. Next Wednesday morning, our Social Justice Committee will be hosting our monthly Kids Meals program, and will assemble and pack 1,000 lunches for preschool-age children. Please visit our website for more information or see Rabbi Foster with any questions. Next Shabbat, we will welcome Rabbi Rachel Sabbath Beit Hachlami as our scholar in residence. She will deliver a Devar Torah during our worship service and lead Torah study on Shabbat morning. Please see David Scott with any questions. On Sunday, March 3rd, the membership committee will present our second annual Rock and Roll Bingo Night starting at 5 p.m. Please plan to arrive early as we expect a large turnout, great food, and amazing prizes. Please visit our website for more information and to RSVP. Following tonight's service, Bradley Chesnick and I look forward to welcoming you. Please join us at the membership table in Wolf Tumim Hall following Shabbat services. Shabbat Shalom.
And thank you, Rabbi Scott, for being our cantor tonight. Such beautiful music. And we'll conclude our service as we join in singing Adon Olam. The words can be found on page 321. Please rise. Our God and God of our ancestors, We are grateful for the gifts that you place in our hands and in our hearts. Help us to use them wisely to bring goodness and joy and peace to all who are touched by our lives. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you for being a part of our community on this Shabbat. I hope that you enjoyed our service and your soul is uplifted with strength and peace to last you into the coming week. Please know that I, as well as the rest of our clergy team, are available to you with any questions you may have about our sacred congregation. Thank you for joining us. Shabbat Shalom.
Faster next time.